Tonight, it's Live with Vince Elliott. Live with Vince Elliott. Tonight on Live with Vince Elliott, he's known as the Godfather of hair from back in the day. From Little Willie's hair salon, it's Little Willie. We're talking hair care. And keeping the show on track, co-host Erica Mack. Erica Mack. Who's the Mac? Let's get it. That's right, that's right. Welcome to another Tuesday. We all the way live. This is not rehearsed. This is not pre-recorded. This is Live with Vince Elliott. Of course, I'm Vince Elliott.
And I am America Mack, and welcome to another great Tuesday evening here at the Vince Elliott Show. We want to remind all you subscribers out there to make sure, viewers out there, to make sure that you go and subscribe to the Vince Elliott on YouTube. That is the Vince Elliott on YouTube. And not only subscribe, make sure that you share, because sharing is caring, and we need you to share. We need you to share. We also need you to smash that like button, because that is how we know that we are here, and we are here to give you information, education, motivation, inspiration, and some laughs somewhere in there, all up in there, all that.
Well, I think you were speaking prophetically when you said to all our subscribers out there, because that's going to influence them to just go ahead and become subscribers. So that's exactly what you need to do. And I'm excited today because, I love the fact that we come up with so many different variety of topics. And we got a topic today that we haven't had. So if you've been following, you know that this month, as you can see, I got my Black History Month thing in the background, and she has hers as well. We are celebrating Black excellence during Black History Month. And so today is no different. And I'm going to tell you just a little teaser about our guest tonight. Our guest is going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart, hair, or the lack thereof I have here. But I got a guest that if you saw the intro, you know who it is already. But this guy he represents the D when it comes to hair. He's the man. Hair extraordinaire. Yeah. So, we're going to be talking about hair care. We're going to be talking about fashion of hair. We're going to be talking about all types of things about hair. And then we got a little surprise on the back end that we'll be talking about too as well. So looking forward to it. Erica, how was your week?
My week was great. Had to break.
Oh, you're skipping and freezing. You've been having a lot of problems with that, everybody. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I had to do some incognito break-in to get something, because he went out of town and didn't leave me the new key. I have the old key, but not the new key. So that was really interesting. It was like, so with the help of my uncle, we worked it out and got what we really needed. It was very important that we had it. But
so just so I'm clear, you was breaking and entering?
Breaking and entering. I was an accomplice to it.
Oh my goodness. I've known you to be multi-talented and skilled in many ways. I just didn't know B&E was on your list, your repertoire of things to do. So, wow.
That was interesting, but got what we needed. Got the house is safe. Everything is good. It's just like, oh my gosh, I had to do that. I thought my past was in the past. Nah.
We learning more and more about you as the weeks go by, huh? Did you bowl this week?
I did. Did we get whooped? We got whooped, but we didn't get whooped.
Oh, okay.
We did manage to take some points with it, but we bowled a really good team and a really good battle. So we enjoyed that battle. That was a great battle. So yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to come by there one day and see if I still got it, but not yet. Not yet. I got
100 or better. I'm good, and so we all were that and better. So we both a good team. So yeah.
I just got to make sure all the Ronas died down before I come out there. I can't be messing with fooling with y'all. Yeah. All right, so basically my week. Of course, there was a Super Bowl. It was a letdown for me. I don't know about anybody else, but
you didn't bet anything, did you?
I don't bet. No.
You bet cookies, didn't you?
Those days are behind me, so I don't.
Cookies and ice cream.
I don't mess around.
How many Oreos?
Well, listen. So that was pretty much what I was looking for, was to highlight. I think the snacks and the food that I had was probably more exciting than the game. I wanted to see, them do a back to back or at least be competitive. But congratulations to the
They ran
Buccaneers.
them. They
They
ran
did
them.
their thing. So anyway, I want to just move right on because I want to save enough time for our guests to be able to talk. They got a lot to talk about today. So I'm looking forward to that. So in the meantime, Erica, you know what time it is?
And I do.
Time for In Other News.
And now for news you may or may not be able to use. News other than Trump, COVID, or civil unrest. It's In Other News. Live from one of our remote studios, it's news anchor Erica Mack.
In other news, here's the funny part. There's been a joke going around saying, hey, if you need help with the COVID lines, call Chick-fil-A. They can help you through the lines.
Really?
Yes, this has been a joke going around, right?
Wow.
So in South Carolina, this hospital called the manager of Chick-fil-A to help them organize their vaccination line because it was so long.
Okay, so they weren't going to Chick-fil-A to get the vaccination. They know that Chick-fil-A moved those lines real quick.
Yes.
So it's like, you don't learn how to do it, they go to Chick-fil-A. Got you. Okay.
Yes. So that was
somebody
the
actually
running
called.
joke line. And so these hospitals in South Carolina actually call the manager of their local Chick-fil-A, and that manager came out with a couple of his workers and helped them launch.
Are you serious?
A line for the COVID vaccination.
I'm sorry, where was this again?
South Carolina.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I need you to find some stories for Detroit, Michigan, or somewhere close by. So because all the incredible, and I'm not saying nothing good's happening in Detroit, I'm just saying the stories that you're bringing, they're always somewhere else, and I keep missing out, especially when they people giving away money. That's the ones I want to get close to.
Important ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just the whole fact that somebody actually did it. I haven't seen the meme. Like, I bet you Chick-fil-A could get those COVID lines down. There won't be a COVID vaccination line nowhere with Chick-fil-A doing it. And actually have the local hospitals reach out to Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
That was just.
I know when they got that call, they was like,
hilarious.
Are you serious? And they actually went out there and helped them.
And the manager there, he actually went out and did it. He said he was thrilled to donate his professional time.
And did it actually help though?
It actually helped.
Wow.
It actually helped. It said that the line was like a 3-hour wait, and they got it down to an hour.
I got an idea.
So yeah.
We need Chick-fil-A at the DMV. That's where we definitely need them at the DMV. That's where we need them. We need them at the Detroit motor vehicles places so that they can help get those lines down. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, that is an interesting story.
I've never run into that problem, but yes.
Yeah. Well, in the city in which you live, yeah. I've been to that one on a number of occasions. It is exceptional. At any rate, I want to encourage everybody to go ahead and share with your friends and family. Go ahead and tell people that we've got a special guest that if you have anything to do, if you knew anything about hair, especially in the 90s, where they was really like the talk of the town. I mean, they still the talk of the town, but I'm just saying where they were just like, it was sort of like Martin, when he was at the top of the throne. He's still hot. But, this is when they really hit their stride. So we're talking about hair care. We're talking about fashion and all that type of thing with hair. So go ahead and tag your friends who if you got friends that are always doing this, you know what I'm talking about. They doing this because they hair be itching, or they say, I need to go get my hair did, or they always have their hair, it's tight all the time. You want to call them and because we got somebody, they going to know who they are. We got somebody special on tonight. So, go ahead and share, hit like, because that helps with the algorithm and all of that type of thing. And, we're going to be right back right after a short break, and we will be looking for your questions and your comments. So be prepared to ask these people whatever you want to ask them about hair and the history of what they've been doing in Detroit. So you're going to enjoy it. We'll be right back right after this. Hey everybody, Vince Elliott saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Elliott. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them, share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $ live with Vince Elliott. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Vince Elliott. Listen, if you or someone you know has information, education, inspiration, motivation, even if they can bring the fun and you think they would be a great fit for Live with Vince Elliott, we are always looking for interesting guests with interesting topics, whether they're in the arts or whether they're doing some form of business. We want to hear from you. All you got to do is contact us at thevinceelliott@gmail.com. You never know, you could be our next guest.
Did you know that Dr. Charles H. Wright, the founder of the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, was actually a doctor of gynecology and obstetrician? He is credited to have delivered more than 7,000 babies during his career. But even though he wasn't a doctor of history, he was still a very firm believer that if you don't know your past, you can't really operate in your present. And if you can't operate in your present, you can't really excel into your future. So when he did his tours and lectures all around the world, he collected artifacts and put them into his own doctor's office. See, our entire institution actually started in the basement of his doctor's office. But today, we're one of the leading institutions of African American history in the world. In fact, we house more than 35,000 artifacts in our curatorial department, and we have more than 8 exhibitions running at all times. You should really come down to Midtown Detroit and visit the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History.
This Did You Know moment was brought to you by the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. For more information, visit thewright.org. This Did You Know moment was brought to you by...
Yeah, let's go. Welcome back to Live with Vince Elliott. I am Vince Elliott.
And she is Erica Mack.
Yeah, she likes to
And
talk
we're
in third
back.
person. Everybody knows that. Anyway, this is Black History Month, as you know, and we are celebrating Black excellence. And so we are having people on who are excelling and doing well in business, who are doing well in the area of beauty or the arts. And so we want to highlight that Black excellence and feature some people you may or may not know. To go away from the traditional, although I'm not saying the traditional is not important, but, instead of, the Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, things like that, we want to bring local people on, or not even local, just people in the community. They could be from a different state. Either way, we want to celebrate Black excellence this month. And so we're going to do that starting right now. I'm going to introduce my guests. I'm excited to introduce them. I got to give them their own music. You know how I like to do it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my guest tonight? My guest is known all over Detroit, especially the Grand River area. And my guest knows all about hair. And so does my second guest. They were all through Detroit doing hair for hair shows. They were doing hair for people who wanted to get their hair did. You know what I'm saying? Fabulous. Yes, my guest tonight is known for doing hair shows, is known for doing conservative styles, for French rolls, doing anything from getting your butter whipped to getting zippers in your hair. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to introduce someone. If you from the D and you was about getting your hair done every week, you know who my guests are. Yeah, that's right. I say at Grand River. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Willie, Little Willie. I almost said Big Willie. Bring him on, Little Willie.
And Liz.
And Liz. That's right.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Live with Vince Elliott. How are you?
Hey, Vince, you bringing back the old days, man. I was about to go back on the stage.
Well, I want to give you guys, first of all, an opportunity, first, as I welcome you to the show, Live with Vince Elliott. I want to give you all an opportunity to just say hello and whatever comes to your mind that you want to say to our viewers real quick, and then we're going to jump into this thing. Go for it.
Vince, just listening to you do your introduction of me, you couldn't have a better guest on today for Black History. You're talking about somebody that changed their whole hair game in the 90s when I created the quick weave.
Okay.
Everybody around the world is wearing that particular hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yes, me and Liz Love created that. Liz thought of the name. I created the hairstyle. Also the stocking cap quick weave with my other daughter, Faye Niece. It was a family affair, and we created that whole hairstyle, the quick weave, the stocking cap quick weave, and people was doing it around the world. And how I know that? Out of the 50 states in the United States, I've been to 40 of them doing this.
Wow.
All the way from California to matter of fact, me and Liz was on the plane going to London, England one year to do a class over there. And Liz had bleached her hair blonde, the color it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But she tried to change the color by putting a black rinse on it. It changed her hair to green and black. So I got her on stage. I said, Liz, what can I do to your hair?
We argued.
After we finished arguing. What can I do to change it? Just, your hair all messed up. I can't just cut and curl your hair. At that time, I was working with Hawaiian Silky. So a lot of people out there know one of my colleagues. He's not with us anymore, by the name of Mr. Little. Him and I used to battle each other in hair shows called the Battle of the Littles. So I was doing the quick weave at that time, but I wasn't calling it the quick weave. I was doing it for my fantasy hair shows. So I said, Liz, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mow you down. I'm going to put this hair on, cut and curl it. And that's what I did. And people over there in London, England went crazy. Matter of fact, Lenny Lewis was the heavyweight champion of the world. He looked up there on stage and saw all the crowd around him. He ran up there, took pictures with us. And everybody in London, England, because we was on the radio, TV, everybody over there know about Little Willie. And Liz,
wow.
Liz, so
Legend.
this is a father and daughter thing.
It's one other daughter as well. She shied out on us.
Oh, is that right?
Just an FYI. Yeah.
She don't like to talk to people she can't see.
That's hilarious. So let's go back to the beginning. Liz, I mean, how old? Oh, I shouldn't say how old because, maybe you were a full grown adult because I'm still learning, because I wasn't always in Detroit. And as you can see, hair has for a while not been a big concern of mine. So take me back as far as you can go and tell me how this thing started.
Oh, from what I remember, I was 13 in the 8th grade and wearing crimps. And my dad used to always have all these other models, young ladies modeling. And so, they like workers. Sometimes they don't show up. Sometimes they do show up. So he said, well, hey, I got 2 daughters. I might as well use y'all. So we don't want to do this. We, thinking he guinea pigging on us, but he wasn't. So he started when we were in junior high and high school, and we didn't have a choice. We were his models that he had to count on. He counted on us because we was always there. And it started back then. And in high school, we were known for best hair all throughout high school, junior high school. And I was just telling my son, my oldest son, Joshua, is 17. And I was telling him about getting into our family business that we'll talk about later on. And I said, you remind me of myself. I didn't want to do hair when I started off, but my dad just kept, he didn't push it on us, but we just.
Right. When they was in high school, Liz was in high school, I used to get calls from the teacher. Come and get your daughters.
Disrupting the class with our fantasy money hairdos and zipper clothes and pink hair.
It was after the Sunday night late hair show.
And we in a big
They had to go to school Monday morning, so I had time to take the hair out. To go to school with it.
Makeup on.
They say it's too distracting for the class.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Wow,
It was fun. It was fun. It was so fun.
That is funny. That
Yeah,
is
Erica, as you all may not know, she is my cousin. So she was little.
very little, but I do remember some of those like events and things like that.
So yeah, it's been fun. It was real fun.
So you opened up a shop while you were working? I mean, were you doing it out of your home first? How'd that work?
No, I worked at other salons before I opened up my first salon. I opened up my first salon back in 1987. Yeah, on 6 Mile at Auto Drive. I moved from there 1 year later to Grand River in Rosedale Park. I stayed there about 1 or 2 years. Then I moved to Grand River, just west of Lasher. I was there for 5 years. I moved down to Grand River in Wyoming. I was there for 5 years. Now I'm back down on Grand River, Lasher area back there, and I've been there for about 12, 13 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So-
when I first started off doing hair back in 1972, 73, I started off on Grand River working for someone else. His name was Prophet. He had a shop, barber shop. I started as a barber back in 1972, 73, cutting hair. Matter of fact, I was so good in cutting hair at that time that Angela Davis afros was in style. The same thing just came back in style now. It was in style then.
Yep.
I was so good cutting hair. The afros I used to cut with 2 pair of clippers.
Are you serious?
Yes, I used to cutting the afros.
Oh, you was just showing up.
And people,
Yeah.
it was amazed just how creative and talented I were at that time at the age of 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did that for 2 or 3 years. Then I converted and I started doing ladies' hair back in 1975, 76.
Mm-hmm.
After going to, of course, barber school and cosmetology school.
And
Wow.
after having me.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, Erica, you remember that 75, right? That was a good year for you. That was a great year for you.
I'm
No
not trying-
debt.
I'm not trying to tell you my age, but that's why they call me the Godfather, because I've been here and I trained a lot of stylists, well-known stylists around the world, around the country, here in Detroit, outside of Detroit, all over the world.
So people would come to you and be like, Little Willie, I need some help. You'd be like, let me see what I can do for you. I don't know if I can help you.
That's one of my techniques. What I used to do when I was doing my classes. People coming in with your type of hair, bald head, no hair at all. I said, I don't care. You don't need no hair. I can put hair on an egg. So,
well, you know what? I might need to come see you because I'm thinking about bringing it back, baby. I want to make a comeback. You know, my family, they not with it, but I think if I come to you and they see me come back with some pump finger wave, I think they might jump on board. They might jump on board.
You do need your ends trimmed, Vince.
I'll come back like Roman Rome. Oh.
My gosh. So
now,
I just want to know, what are some of the myths that you know about or hear when it comes to hair? What are myths that people like say or things that just surprise people or might shock me?
Okay, I just told you how long I've been doing hair when I started off back in 1973, 74. At that time, you had very few real men that did hair. So a lot of people say, a guy do hair, he gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, that's the myth. Mm-hmm. Every guy who do hair is not gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And with the women's, I want a man to do my hair because he'll make it grow. He'll make it hair grow. No. So I think those are too big.
I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the time. Matter of fact, I just had a client just told me that last year. Yes. And Oh yeah, they think that if you trim the end, the hair ain't gonna grow no more. You know, so it's a lot of little myths where people have over the years been passed down from generation to generation, and a lot of people think that if they put grease in their hair and it'll make it grow, and grease in their scalp. But see, grease in the scalp, what that does is clog your pores. Yeah,
wow.
so that's not recommended.
So those are some myths that people, they went around believing those and messing their hair up, huh?
Absolutely.
And still believing it to this day, some of them.
Yeah.
So let me ask this question.
Wait, no, let me ask my question.
All right, go ahead.
Because he just talked about, and that was actually one of my questions, should people oil their scalps? So I mean, like you said, people say you should grease your hair, and I'm the type of person who absolutely do not grease her hair, and my mother would be like, you need to oil your scalp, and I'm just like, well, why? So why should I, or should I not?
Well, not just like a lot of things has been passed down through generations and generations, like oiling your scalp.
Yeah.
When it does, it clogs the pores of your arteries in your hair. And so if you get something that clogs your pores, how your hair is going to grow? Your hair grows through your bloodstream. So whatever you feed into your body, it comes out through your hair. Why you think that when you get ready to take a blood test for a job, now they want to get a strand of your hair? It's because everything that you intake in your body comes out through your hair.
Yeah.
So if you feed your body good protein, good nutrition, it's going to come out in your hair. That means it'll help your hair to grow faster. Also, what I recommend for a lot of my clients is take that biotin. They have places now like 12 Oaks Mall where you can go get a biotin shot. You got all your vitamins, your nutrients, your B12, and it'll help your hair to grow as well. And it's good for your immune system.
So I don't need grease is what you're telling me.
No, you should oil and grease your hair, because if you got very dry hair, I recommend you use a good moisture shampoo and a good moisture conditioner.
But not putting oil on your scalp, not putting petroleum.
Definitely. Now, it's all right to put oil on your hair, but I don't recommend put it on your scalp. Now, for those people out there with psoriasis or scalp condition, a lot of times when they go to the dermatologist will recommend or give them a prescription for something to put on their scalp.
Yeah.
Now, what did you, so were you just natural, or did you go to school to learn about, hair and how to take care of hair, or did you learn, at just going through as you worked with different people?
Yeah.
Or combination of both?
Yeah, very good question, Vince. When I first started off at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, I was cutting hair as a barber around my neighborhood. I didn't start working to a salon until I got to the age of 16, 17, back in 1972, 73. During my years of training while I was in school, I used to travel all over the world training. I went to this place called Bruno's in Toronto for cutting classes. I used to travel to Bonner Brothers hair shows for educational classes. I used to travel to, at that time, in Chicago's The Proud Lady. And during my time of growing up into the business, that's how I learned from a lot of different world-renowned hairstylists was at them particular places at that time where I learned from, just watching, learning different techniques, looking at books, and then the biggest thing, doing it, because when I created the zipper French roll, I created that hairstyle back in 1987, 89. And how I created that, because I was doing a French roll on my client. And at that time, French rolls were very popular. And people used to put different little ornaments in the back of their French roll.
Yeah.
So I used to tell my daughter, and I said, what can I do to this French roll to make it different? Something popped in my head, put a zipper in the back.
Wow. And
now remember, when the spirit tells you to do something, it don't tell you how to do it. It give you the idea. When just like if you created something, just like when I created the quick weave, it didn't tell you all the ins and outs of it. It tell you a quick weave. Now Liz started that name quick weave. So when I did the zipper French roll, I played with it. I formed a double French roll in the back of one of my model's head, and I cut the black part of the zipper off. I first went to the fabric store to try to find out what would be the best looking zipper to put in that French roll. So I came up with what you call a coat zipper that you have in the coat is black cloth with the gold. I cut the black part off and pulled the zipper loose, made it like a wishbone. It was like this.
Yeah.
So I formed the French roll and I laid the zipper. I bonded right between the French roll and I put it in Billy K. Son Hair Design magazine.
Wow.
And when that book went around the country, around the world, I had people call me as far as Hawaii. Is that a zipper in our hair? Do it work? And then this one person said, do it zip up and down? Ha-ha! Now I got to make it fucking zip up and down.
Yeah.
So one hair show we did, I had it on this particular hairstyle on my other daughter named Faye Niece. I made a double French roll and I put a zipper in her hair. I unzipped it on stage when we was doing a hair show. I unzipped it. And when I pull a bird or something, I pull a bird out of it on stage.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And people, guys, everybody in the place, man, they fell on the floor. They jumped up and down. And with Liz here, I designed her hairstyle with a French roll made out of money. It was real money. I'm talking about outlining with corns. And of course, you know, I had to have 2 or 3 of my bodyguards to stay with her, make sure nobody pick up and run away with her, you know. But that's some of the creativity. That's some of the hairstyle would put my name out there around the world. Yes. You know, because I have been in a lot of major magazines. I'm talking about magazines like Passion, Black Passion, Vogue magazine. I've been on New York Times. We did a 1 year hair wars. We did a hair show at the Apollo in New York. We did one on the Fantasy Cruise boat, all in California. So we have been all over the world doing hair shows, promoting and classes.
Wow. So Liz, did you got in the game and started doing hair along the way? Is that how it worked?
Sure did. I didn't want to do hair. I didn't want to do hair, but it was a natural talent. Once I started, I mean, it was the best 25 years of my life.
Wow.
Really how Liz really got started back in, I think it was 91, 92. I started working with Hawaiian Silky
as a model.
And Hawaiian Silky used to pay Liz and my other daughter to be my models. So they travel all over the world with me being models. So they start seeing all the fame and fortune and how all these people was acting.
They was in there. Huh?
They said, man, we gotta start doing hair also.
And I was much smaller then.
And that's how they got their name out there. And that's how they really got motivated to really do it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So how has COVID, I mean, I would imagine, but you know, like, what is the status now? I know you guys are still operating up and running. You're on Grand River now, where you've been for the last, you said 12 years or something like that? 11, 12 years?
Yeah. What was that question again?
So how has COVID impacted, and like, are you not traveling, doing the shows? What's the current status?
Well, the shows pretty much had slowed up before the COVID. Mm-hmm. The internet kind of changed a lot of things, you know. Matter of fact, the internet was just like 911. After 911 happened, it changed a lot of things in the United States. Same way with the COVID have done now. Mm-hmm. I don't do as many shows. Like I said, I'm traveled 40 out of the 50 states. I did shows in 40 other states. I still have people call me, want to do classes. People call me sometimes for advice. I still train people in my salon, and people call me up for ideas and different things. And also, I have another creation that I created for the COVID. When you are doing your clients' lashes and eyebrow arching, I created what you call a face shield to help protect you from the client, and the client protected from you. And when you're doing and matter of fact, I'm going to show you that in 1 minute. When I get a chance to get it, I'm going to demonstrate on how it works. With that shield, you can just put it over your client's eyebrows. You don't have that contact. Even though your client might have on a mask, you still don't have that contact. If you sneeze or if you blowing your breath in front of somebody's face, that shield will protect you from that.
There it is.
Yep, right there. There you go. That's the face shield right there.
Nice.
Yep. And yes, it'll protect you, because everything right now, you cannot stress enough of being cautious to protect your client and to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Well, we got so much, man, we could try to cover. We got a lot left to talk about, and people got questions they need to be putting in and comments, and we're going to take a little break and come back from there. When we come back from break, we'll answer whatever questions that we have or acknowledge some of the comments, and we'll find out. Liz been kind of quiet over there. So we're going to find out what she got up her sleeve. Liz been working on a little something lately. You're going to have to stick around. Yeah, you have to stick around to find out about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating Black history, excellence in Black, celebrating excellence in Black culture during Black History Month. And so stay with us. We're here with Little Willie and Liz, and we're talking hair. Stay with us. Hey everybody, Vince Elliott saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Elliott. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them, share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $ live with Vince Elliott. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Vince Elliott. Listen, if you or someone you know has information, education, inspiration, motivation, even if they can bring the funny and you think they would be a great fit for Live with Vince Elliott, we are always looking for interesting guests with interesting topics, whether they're in the arts or whether they're doing some form of business. We want to hear from you. All you got to do is contact us at thevinceelliott@gmail.com. You never know, you could be our next guest.
Did you know that coltan, a dull black metallic ore, is used every day by most people in the world? Coltan is found in every modern day electronic product, such as batteries for electric cars, laptops, cell phones, and video game systems. While mined in Brazil and China, the vast majority is actually produced from the continent of Africa, particularly the Democratic Republic of Congo. This means that by sending a text, an email, or playing a game like Fortnite or Super Mario Bros., you're connecting yourself to the continent of Africa.
This Did You Know moment was brought to you by the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. For more information, visit thewright.org.
We're back. Live with Vince Elliott. I am Vince Elliott. My guest today, I guess I can let her say who she is.
She is Erica Mack. Welcome back.
Erica Mack, and my guest today is the one, the only, the famous Little Willie and his daughter Liz, who ran for years and continues to run Little Willie's hair salon. And I just want you guys to encourage you guys to go ahead with your questions and your comments and let people know where Little Willie's is. Erica, take it away.
Well, I had a question. Well, my first question, well, I wasn't even going to put that one up, but since you're going to go there, how often should I have my ends trimmed access?
Anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. All depends on how fast your hair grow and all the chemicals that you have in the hair. Prime example, if you have color treated in your hair, you might need to get them trimmed every 4 weeks. If you don't, you might can go 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, that's the norm. I think I'm pretty good on that. Seth, I hope you got that.
Erica approves of your answer.
Right.
I know you was worried about that.
Right. Let me make sure. No.
Yeah.
Let's say when we talk about shampoo, and there's a lot of different types of shampoos out there and things like that. And I think when just with the pandemic and just people, all these YouTubers and things like that, what type of shampoos are best for African Americans' hair? Are there really significant differences between that black owl that you see in Walmart or any other like Targets and stuff that the African American
that's
owl?
the black owl. Okay,
that's what they call. It's basically say African American owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a difference because, like in Caucasian hair, remember their hair is oily.
More oily.
They mostly need the shampoos to take the oil out the hair.
Okay.
Where with black hair, most black people need oil into the hair, just vice versa. So we need moisture, conditioner, shampoo. Some people with oily hair, then you need a clarify shampoo to help take some of the oil out the hair. But the main thing is a moisture shampoo.
Are there any like say for instance, are there any store brands that you suggest that is better than others?
Well, you have a lot of brands out here on the market today. So you know, I can name you 20 of them. You know what I mean? Wherever your preference, because a lot of people like shampoo and conditioner smell good. You know, you got some of them out there. You know,
I like Pantene.
Right. So it's pretty much your preference. But the main
they need to send us some money for that plug.
that
Go
you
ahead.
look for is moisture in the shampoo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I like
moisturizer
Pantene too,
and-
but yeah.
and condition the hair as well as shampoo.
Yeah, I know, like, because you always hear, and I hear this all the time, like within channels or just women in general, like, I don't know what type of shampoo to get for my hair. I don't know what I don't even know my style. Hey, speaking of style, what type of grades of hair are there that women generally find themselves with that that we talk about? Is it, the grade A, the grade B, A, B, C, D, and all the letters in between?
When you have different grades, you got the fine hair, you got the medium hair, you got the coarse hair, you got the curly hair. You know, you have 4 or 5 different grades and strands of hair. And a lot of people, they know pretty much what type of grade of hair or grain of hair they have, but they'll come to the hairstylist asking for things that you can't get. You know what I mean? Come on now. You can't come to me. You have very fine hair and you won't pick out a style that won't be for you. So you pretty much have to decline. I'm very truthful, and one thing with me and Liz, we will let you know what's good for you, what's not. Then you make that decision.
Now, I've been holding out on this kind of question, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump on in here. Now, people who are follically challenged, let's just say,
That's
who,
not gonna put it.
for testosterone reasons or whatever, they get that thin spot in the back. And so we just choose to just go ahead and cut it on off so that we don't have to deal with the thin spot and just cut it on off completely. But what I recognize is that there are these styles where guys are getting their hair like glued on, and then they line it up and then they fade it up, and it's like you was bald, but now you got this full line. And y'all do that type of thing? They look froze to me.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear.
Okay, took them out, and we'll see if they come back in.
Right, I was gonna ask that. Like, those what they call hair pieces. No, there's a special name for them.
I've
I'm
seen it
trying
on
to
like
think.
Facebook and those types of things
Yeah,
where, yeah, they seem to just, you know,
like
glue the hair on, and then by the time they get through shaving and line it up, it's like, man, their hair look stellar.
it's like I was like just what they call them units. That's what they call
Johnny
them
said they call them
units.
man weaves.
Oh, man weaves. Thank you, Johnny.
That's interesting.
Man weaves. I was like, I heard them. They call them units, but man weaves.
Now, don't
So
get me wrong. I understand women in hair. I mean, it's different, right? I
yeah,
mean, it's like that. I mean, women have to. It's just part of y'all makeup. You know, I've changed my style up, changed my color up. You know, and I might put some hair in. I might put a wig on. You know, that's part of what women do. For me, I can only speak for me. I know all men do all types of different things. I just think that if I'm dyeing my hair, if I'm putting in hair pieces for me, I'm not talking about nobody else. I just feel like that says something about my confidence about myself. Like, why am I trying to dye my hair? What am I trying to say? Am I trying to look younger? Why am I putting the hair pieces in? You know, for some people, they may like, because that's the look I like. I can't grow it, so I'm going to go buy it.
yeah,
That's fine. For me, I can't bring myself to dye my gray. You know, it's just like whatever I get, that's what I get. Now, I'm gonna go with the style that I think looks the best. I'm not gonna just let it grow out my head any old kind of way. It's bald right here, and so I'm gonna shave it all off because I think, you know, that looks best. But I'm not about to put a hair piece in. That's just not me.
I think some people just can't let it go. But before you all were,
Well, we didn't pay our bill.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty at the time, but we back on.
I had to call DTE.
I saw DTE look like it was about 13. DTE, Little Willie granddaughter or something, but I couldn't tell who.
That's actually my sister. That's his daughter. Come on over here.
Oh, wow.
That's my other sister.
Hey, you know,
Oh, okay.
hi, Carly.
baby girl there.
Thank you, DTE. She came in and fixed everything.
Right.
It looked like. Well, listen, I want us to move forward because we're gonna run out of time, and we got something else we talk. But before we jump on that other thing, one last thing, real quick, before we leave this topic, is I want to put up, you know, where people can find you or how they can reach you, and you know, all of that. So, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I'm located 21579 Grand River, Detroit, Michigan, just west of Lasher, east of Lasher and west of 6 Mile. And you can reach me by 313-377-5362.
Okay, now when you gave me that address, I'm gonna ask for that address again. Let my producer put it in. But when you start saying Lasser and,
I know.
and Grand River, and you named about 4 streets, man. You can't be on 4 streets. Now, I mean, I know the area, but you messed me up, and I know the area.
It's 21579 Grand River, and the cross
21579 Grand River.
Yep, and I'm between Lasher and McNichols. I apologize.
Did you say McNichols?
First thing people ask you, they ask you to say, "Where you go?" When you tell them you're on Grand River, they say, "Where that near?" So you try to give
between
people
Lasser and
right
McNichols on Grand River.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, all right, and give me the address one more time. He said 21. Did y'all get that? 21579, I believe, as they got froze again. There we go. You said 21579.
Yep, Grand River.
Grand River. All right, so we'll put that up later. Okay. In the meantime, you know, I heard that somebody branched off into another business and into the restaurant business. Liz, talk to me. What you doing?
Oh, I was just thinking.
I heard you open up a restaurant.
Yes, I did. It's been 7 years. My dad fired me from the salon. No, he did not. That was one of my other dreams. I growing up, I always wanted to. I used to like to cook, so I wanted a restaurant. I didn't want to do hair,
Mhm.
But that natural talent for me doing hair just came natural. And I was a stylist and model for 25 years. And I'm just slid right into the restaurant business. My husband Eddie and I opened up our first location on Livernois and 6 Mile, 2014. It's called Baby Backs Open Pit. And we were there for 2 years and had a fire. We moved to 7 Mile, right off of Livernois.
That's how you know you're from Detroit, because you pronounce the S. Everybody knows Livernois, but if you're from Detroit, you got to say Livernois. You got to say it.
You gotta say Livernois. Really, Livernois.
Yeah, that's my old stumping ground, 7 Mile Livernois.
Yeah.
Noise.
You can stomp on over there and get some food too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come through and check y'all out. Now you say what's the address?
7108 West 7 Mile.
7108 West 7 Mile. Go over there to what's it called?
Baby Back.
Baby Back Restaurant.
Correct.
And it's so if I'm going west on 7 Mile and I get to Livernois, do I turn right? Do I turn left?
You
Do I
stay
go
on
towards
7
8
Mile.
Mile? I stay on 7 Mile
Stay on 7 Mile.
and I cross Livernois,
Correct.
and then you're on the left or the right side?
Right hand side.
On the right hand side. There used to be a Farmer Jack over there.
It's still there. It's called Mike's Market now.
Yeah.
And are you before you get to the old Farmer Jack?
Nope, right after the same block. Right after.
Okay, so that's like Monica.
Correct.
I told you that. My stomping ground. They're my stomping grounds. What?
Monica.
7 Mile? BK? What? Oh, let me stop. There might be some still old school out there in the 60s that might want to get with me.
Just come in through the back door then.
Just come in through the back. Yes.
Yeah, we've been blessed. We've been there now for a minute, and we have a nice clientele. And what really got us off the ground is the hair business, because I was a stylist, and still am a stylist, but I don't do hair anymore. But that first year, the salon supported us so much, and my customers, the clients from the salon, the workers, they supported Baby Back so much. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have launched off the way that we did. And they were very supportive, and they gave me wings, and we are doing really good.
Wow. So now, y'all tell me what else is on the menu. I know the Baby Backs that's the main thing. What else you got?
We have beef short ribs. We do the typical soul food size, the greens, mac, yams,
greens, beans, potatoes, beans.
that whole salad. Dirty rice, catfish. It's like anybody, a pork lover's heaven.
Oh my goodness!
You don't even have chitlins.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna ask you a question. Put me up on big screen because I need you to. This is serious.
Okay.
Now I'm before you go on the explanation. I'm gonna ask this question. We're gonna take this a step at a time.
Yes, sir.
Do you make peach cobbler?
Yes, we do.
Okay, wait. Now I'm gonna warn you in advance.
Okay.
I'm an experienced peach cobbler connoisseur. I come, I look at the peach cobbler, I look at it, I size it up, I smell it, I taste it to see if it's got the right balance of the nutmeg and all that. Do you, so.
It is warm.
Would peach cobbler be like, oh, by the way, you can get some peach cobbler? Or am I trying to fight through traffic to get over there to get this peach cobbler?
Oh man, I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, you can fight through traffic, it probably it'll be gone. So by the time you get up front, it's gone.
Oh my!
3 pans of peach cobbler a day. It's so addictive that we have customers calling saying, "You forgot my."
Wow! See there, you couldn't even. She got froze. She couldn't even get it out. She had.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going over to Baby Back's Open Pit Restaurant to get my peach cobbler and my Baby Back ribs. I love peach cobbler. In fact, I had somebody that was going to train. They was showing me. They was teaching me how to make peach cobbler, and I ended up not doing it because I knew that I was going to be 600 pounds because I couldn't control myself. So I never learned how to make it. I just threw the recipe out. And Johnny says your peach cobbler is good. He say it's the bomb. It's the bomb.com.
Yes,
And
we got our regulars. We make apple cobbler occasionally, but peach cobbler, it goes.
It
quick.
does. When I go in, it's always like she's out
Yeah.
of it,
And
and
my
I
husband
don't
like,
eat peach cobbler, so but
I didn't know how to make it until I started working at the restaurant, and my husband showed me how to make it, Eddie, and I said, "Oh man, he
So-
does like all of the cooking right now because I'm not working." But when we're a team. He'll do the barbecuing, and I do all of the sides. But you won't be disappointed at all.
all right. So now you guys are. How are your hours now with COVID going on? You do a lot of carry out and.
Yeah, we carry out only anyway.
Okay.
The phone rings off the hook. So sometimes, it's kind of hard to, to call in the order because we try to accommodate everyone, but it's easier to come in because, we are visual people. So we have a buffet spread. So even if you call in your order, 90% of the people call in, they come in and say, why you didn't tell me you had that on the menu? So that's why we always advise people to come in, look at the menu because everything is laid out a buffet style, but it's behind the glass. And place your order and we'll bring it out to the car, or you could go to the car, come back and get it. But right now, our days are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12 to 7. We're adding Thursday back on. We're just trying to slowly, incorporate all our days back in and still be safe.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes, those are guaranteed days we open now. It may be a day throughout the week. We may open up on a Thursday or a Wednesday, but we slowly trying to get it, back on as far as adding those days back in. But
I'm gonna throw something out there real quick. I don't have no authority on this, but I'm just gonna throw this out there.
okay,
Triumph Church ain't no joke when it comes to giving to the community. They be giving out some serious meals. They do lobster, they do shrimp, they do lamb, they do
right.
And a quality meal like what you're talking about, man, if you all hooked up with them, I don't know if you have, but if you all hooked up with them, sometimes they're doing 200-300 meals.
Right.
That helps. They're supporting businesses. They're supporting businesses. So.
Right. I was wondering about that because at one point in time I was a member, but I just, had kind of, shied off a little. And I really wanted to know about that as well because we have our catering and we cater to a lot of prominent people in the city that I didn't even know that they were, these high people, and we just treat them like regular people. Judges, the city council, Brenda Jones is one of our regulars. So I do a lot of her little meetings and parties. The Sheards, the Clark sisters, Mr. Jenkins from the construction company, I was Jenkins Construction. A lot of the pastors, Pastor Mills.
You said it's been 7 years you've been in?
Yes, and we do a lot of catering for these people. Do a lot of city council dinners. And a friend of mine, she had before the COVID. Everybody hate what happened with the COVID, but one of our customers, we were doing dinners for Google every month. And we were getting together.
Just gonna keep on showing that picture.
With the new ballpark down there on Trumbull in Michigan, and we have started doing catering for a lot of their events. But the COVID, slowed that down tremendously because we had a list. Her name is India. She had a list of people that she had introduced us to, and that we were starting to cater for. So I hope everything picked back up soon. And I'll be catering for live with the Vince Elliott show and his cast.
Hey, there you go. Now, see, speak that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, if I say Baby Back's Open Pit Restaurant about 5 times in a row, I might be able to get a free peach cobbler. Baby Back's Open Pit Restaurant. Baby Back's Open Pit Restaurant. Baby Back's Open Pit Restaurant. Baby Back's Open Pit.
Right, say it fast.
One other question before we leave. For Little Willie. Seth wants to know, where can she purchase the face shield?
She can call me at that number I gave you, and also with the face shield, I have one for the barber and one for lashes and eyebrow. Also, you use the shield too when you have your client over the shampoo bowl, and sometimes they have to remove that mask because the mask will get wet from the chemicals in the water. So I have them use the shield.
Right.
You can purchase that at my salon as well. I'll just call that number.
And it's by appointment only?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can still get same day appointments too.
Yep. Just call that number.
You can come in tomorrow, Vince.
I can go back to the 80s and get my hair in my waves.
Absolutely.
Get your hair trimmed and wave and have you a nice soul food dinner.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I graduated 85. So when I was walking around Mumford, I was just like brushing. I got to keep the waves going. Just brush. I want them back.
And Baby Backs have catered some of the teacher meetings for Mumford as well.
Well, I used to live on Parkside over in the University District.
Down the street from where we were first.
I used to walk up to 7 Mile Livernois all the time, going to the stores and everything, playing the video games. Gallagher, y'all don't want to. Anyway, I just had a flashback moment. I'm sorry, but listen, we really appreciate you guys coming on. In fact, I want to invite you guys to come back on because we just tapped the surface on Little Willie's because there's so much rich history with you guys. So we want to come back on, talk to Little Willie about the hair salon, and then of course we can't help but talk about the Baby Backs. And then who knows, we might have you guys be a regular sponsor or something, come on the show and if people act right and they do the right thing, they might get a free spoonful of peach cobbler or something,
Absolutely.
And they may get one bone,
they might get a bone. How much for one rib? How much for one rib? Well, listen, I'm gonna give you the last word. If there's anything else you would like to say to our viewers, to your viewers that came on, Johnny was on here and contributing to the conversation. He said, "Go blue," because he's seeing my shirt there. I hear you. I hear you, Mumford. Oh, class of '93, my man. All right.
Yes. I just want to give a shout out to Johnny and Faye Niece. They also works at Little Willie's Hair Salon.
Okay.
Johnny Miller, better known as Wishbone, and Faye Niece, my daughter.
Yeah.
Her name is Faye Niece.
We love the support and thank you for having us on here.
Well, thank you for coming, and I definitely want to have you guys back on again.
Yeah, Little Willie is a legend in the city with the hair, and hopefully Baby Backs will be a legend with our food.
Oh yeah, sounds like you already are.
The best of two worlds.
Yeah, he taught me well.
Well, listen, you guys stick around for a few moments. We're going to talk to our viewers and sign off. Eric and I. You guys wait for us backstage, and we'll talk with you in a moment. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
I want some peach cobbler. I want some Baby Backs. Peach cobbler. Baby Backs. Peach cobbler. Baby. I'm sorry. I got caught up.
You would not do that.
Oh my goodness, man! Now they got me hungry. I haven't eaten.
Hungry.
Well,
No,
I think that was
not hungry. That was great. I want more hair talk. But I knew be like live and funny and things like that. So I just really love that. But yeah,
we gotta have him back on for real.
Get that hair like you start pulling on someone with all that knowledge and that depth. It's like, okay, I got another question. Well, let me find out about this. I want to keep like
I think we should bring him on soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because what's going to happen is the summertime is going to roll around, and everybody's going to want to get out because we've been in this COVID, and no matter what's happening with COVID, more people are going to get out this summer than they did last summer, and they're going to want their hair did. And so we got to have them come back on maybe next month or in April or something like that and talk to them. And I think we got a lot more that we can touch on. So I want to remind people that that we need their support.
Yeah,
we need their support on the show.
We do, people. We need.
We're not going to be bashful. We need them to give to the Cash App. Listen to me when I say this. If you don't have $300 to give to help the show, it's okay. You can give $250. If you don't have $250, you can give $5. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. You can give $5, $10, whatever you can give. Every little bit counts. Cash App information is on the screen. $ live with Vince Elliott. 1L, 1T, and Elliott. If you want to do Cash App, or if you want to do the Zelle, just use the email there. And believe me, we are so appreciative. It goes to help with our subscriptions. You hear the wonderful music in the background that YouTube doesn't gig us for. We're able to grab music. We're able to keep the subscription for the platform. we're able to keep our equipment updated and maintain. Do a lot of things with the show by your support. So thank you to those of you who have supported. Thank you for those of you who are sharing and subscribing. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to YouTube, search for The Vince Elliott. I like to say The Vince Elliott, and you'll see a picture of me with a hat on, just laughing. And then go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notifications bell. Hit the like button. If you're watching this on a replay, thank you for watching as well. We acknowledge those of you who watch it later. We appreciate you as well. But we cannot do this without your support. In fact, the last thing I'm going to say about that is, well, I'll say two things. One is, I'd said before, no amount's too big. No amount's too small, but definitely no amount's too big. And so that's right. No amount's too big. So if you want to go ahead and bless us because you're doing well and you want to surprise us with $1,000, listen, I'm not going to be mad. I promise you I won't be mad. But the other thing is, whatever you're going to do it now before you forget. Send that $5 if you can. Send that $10, that $50, whatever it is. Do it now while you're thinking about it. It's on your heart. Because what we do is we continue to bring people on who are going to add value to the community. People who are doing great things. People who are going to give you information, education. They're going to inspire you. They're going to motivate you. So this is what we want to continue to give because there's enough negativity out there. We're bringing positive things and information that's going to bless people. Erica, I'm going to give you some music. And you got you.
What kind?
What kind of music you want? You want something soft, ladylike?
To be upbeat, because I want to remind all you viewers out there to remember to check in with us next week at 7:55. And also, this show is nothing without you, and we're nothing without God. So we want you all to have a safe and blessed week, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7:55.
Let's gig on our way out. Let's go. Let's just gig for a little bit before we. Oh, that Erica, we're gonna have to work on that. We're gonna have to work on that.
I told y'all I don't dance.
We love you. Till next week, Tuesday, 7:55. We're out. Peace.